So we are moving into the building. The guys from the Student Unification Party are currently here at LFA office in Congo Town.
My man, I tell you, they're right here and protest. Now, what's going on? Where you going? Where you going? Come here. Come here. Get right here and protest. Where you going to the office? You can't get here and protest.
So today, the Vanguard Student Unification Party has arrived at the headquarters of the Liberia National Football Association. This is the office where Mustafa Rajib resides and still from the Liberian people at the level of the Liberia National Football Association. The Vanguard Party has come to ask him officially to justify nationality or face the rap of the Vanguard Student Unification Party. The last time we appeared on the Capitol Hill campus calling on Mustafa Raji, a Nigerian foster, to justify nationality, he denied and deliberately delayed to justify nationality. So it is this time that the party has come to the office of the Liberia National Football Association to ask Mustafa Raji, a Ghanaian pastor, a man who came from Ghana and Nigeria, to come in this country and take our football association to make business for himself. This is the time that we have come to ask him to justify a justification, to justify his nationality according to law, chapter 21, article 47, article 45.2. Of the constitution and law that backs the Liberia National Football Association say the president, the vice president, and all executive members must be a Liberian, and none of them should be foreigners or aliens. They should be national Liberian, they should be Liberian by birth, and they should show that document to justify that nationality. There's a reason the party that come here today to call Mustafa Raji to justify nationality or face the wrath of the Vanguard Student Unification Party.
So let's talk about the entry that was a little bit forceful, seeing forces and other argument and fighting also. Yeah, but so welcome back to Hot Live. Nathaniel here. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. I'm here with the propagandists of the Student Unification Party of the University of Liberia, and he will speak to issues surrounding the Liberia Football Association and recent entry and some issues they are confronted with. Good morning.
Yeah, so comrades, as we speak, we are not calm. The LFA president, Mustafa Raji, who has refused to justify his nationality according to law, has sent for some talks to discharge and unleash hostility upon the militants of the Vanguard Student Unification Party. So we were at the headquarters of the LFA and we saw some gangsters, gun-carrying men, all in black, attacking militants of the Vanguard Student Unification Party. So, and as we speak, the militants are all in communities. They are on the street, running for their life. All because we went under the canopy of social justice. Social justice for the people who have admiring sport in this country. The people who love sport and football in this country. But Mustafa Raji, who presides all the Liberian Football Association, has engulfed the Liberian Football Association with corrupt act, and he has refused to justify his nationality according to law. The law that guaranteed, that guards the LFA at chapter 21, article 45.2 of that law says every member, the executive member, president, vice president must be a Liberian, must not be a Nigerian or a Ghanaian foster. But we see Mustafa Raji, who came from Nigeria and rolled on his father's nationality, who had expired since. Mustafa Raji has deliberately refused to declare his nationality and justify according to law. That is the reason we sent for the 8-hour ultimatum. The last time we appeared on the Capitol Hill campus of the University of Liberia, we sent a strong warning to the LFA president and the executive, but he refused to ask Mustafa Raji to justify his nationality according to law. That is the reason we went to the LFA headquarters And we went there with borrowed men. Our intelligence told us that men are already in the fence. Gun-carrying men, arm-carrying men to confront armless and peaceful university students. So when we reached there, they confronted us, they held some of our comrades, and some of our comrades have been badly brutalized, and some of them are in hospitals and clinics around the corner that we cannot call for security reasons. We are asking Mustafa Raji, a Nigerian and Ghanaian foster, to justify his nationality with immediate effect. If not, our next coming back at the LFA headquarters will be catastrophic, and will be a hostility. It will be a dangerous move for the Vanguard Student Unification Party and the LFA committee. We are clear with this.
Declare nationality or resign.
Yo.
So, before
Wait now. Okay, so you're listening now.
Go ahead, boss.
Yeah. Don't allow the comments of the director of police or his deputies to provoke you. The intent is to provoke you and to put you into actions that will be used against you on the court premises. So don't allow them to be provocative. You are represented by competent lawyers, and the current case that seeks to compel government to raise restrictions on bank riders is before the Chamber of Justice. I believe the Chamber of Justice and the Supreme Court bench has the integrity, has the moral to render judgment in the interest of you, the people. So utterances from one Nelson Freeman, who is being paid by taxpayers to protect life and property, should not provoke you. He is too small to be above the rule of law. Mr. Coleman is too small to be above the rule of law. Not even the justice minister is above the rule of law. Not even the president. Even President Boycott is too small to attempt to preside or to be above the rule of law. My plea to you is to remain law-abiding. Respect the rule of law and give the court a chance. I strongly believe you have the law on your side. And the justice.
Before we take our parting comment, I have a few questions. One has to do with a statement from people who are viewing and others who listen to you guys. Can you give a vivid work of SUP? Because there are a lot of people who are complaining that SUP shouldn't be involved with LFA. They should only be focusing on the matters at the University of Liberia.
So the flaw and corruption at the LFA isn't a matter in Liberia. Why do we say social justice? So if we say social justice, it's only leading to health, education on the campus of the University of Liberia. No. We fought for the people since 1970 up to now. We have been fighting for the people. Social justice. We say social justice, academic freedom and peace. Oh yes. So if we say it's under the canopy of social justice, you find sport. You find the welfare of the people. Sport is also the welfare of the people. We use sport to generate resources in this country. We use sport. Other serious minded countries using sport, football, to generate resources and contribute to the national growth and development. So how do we contribute to national growth and development from the angle of sport when the LFA president is engulfing the LFA with corruption and fraudulent act?
So you can tell
Members,
so is
members of the Liberia National Football Association are gathered gangsters to attack the militants of the Vanguard Student Unification Party. That's the reason you are seeing the gangsters are attacking militants of the Vanguard Student Unification Party.
so it's not easy. So, welcome to Hot Live. My name is Nathaniel Sie. I'm here at the Liberia Football Association headquarters in Congo Town, and they are students of the Student Unification Party of the University of Liberia here to make some statement at the headquarters, so it's not easy. So we are moving into the building. The guys from the Student Unification Party are currently here at LFA office in Congo Town.
My man, I tell you, they're right here and protest. Now, what's going on? Where you going, boy?
Come here.
Get ready and protest. Where you going to the office? You can't get here and protest.
So today, the Vanga Student Unification Party has arrived at the headquarters of the Liberia National Football Association. This is the office where Mustafa Rajib resides, and still from the Liberian people at the level of the Liberia National Football Association. The Vanga Party has come to ask him officially to justify nationality or face the rap of the Vanga Student Unification Party. The last time we appeared on the Capitol Hill campus calling on Mustafa Raji, a Nigerian foster, to justify nationality, he denied and deliberately delayed to justify nationality. So it is this time that the party has come to the office of the Liberia National Football Association to ask Mustafa Raji, a Ghanaian pastor, a man who came from Ghana and Nigeria, to come in this country and take our football association to make business for himself. This is the time that we have come to ask him to justify his justification, to justify his nationality according to law, chapter 21, article 47, article 45.2. of the constitution and law that backs the Liberia National Football Association say the president, the vice president, and all executive members must be a Liberian, and none of them should be foreigners or aliens. They should be national Liberian, they should be Liberian by birth, and they should show that document to justify that nationality. There's a reason the parties that come here today to call Mustafa Raji to justify nationality or face the wrath of the Vanga Student Unification Party.
So let's talk about the entry that was a little bit forceful, seeing forces and other argument and fighting also.
Yeah, but the
So you can tell
members
so is
members of the Liberia National Football Association are gathered gangsters to attack the militants of the Vanga Student Unification Party. That's the reason you are seeing the gangsters are attacking militants of the Vanga Student Unification Party.
so it's not easy at LFA headquarters here in Congo Town.
The House of Representatives. We saw the arrival of the Speaker of the Ghanaian Parliament. If you were called to subsidize all of these things that have been going on, the back and forth between the majority and the minority black, what would be your recommendation?
Well, let the rule not be respected, like the speaker said. Look, we see people jumping around, putting picture up. You know, that one they put sting more radical picture in our chat room with the speaker. I post them up. Look, when they put in, they met us. All the auto picture with it. So that picture the party run bluffing with. Okay, I'll put my own picture on my page.
Going at the House of Legislature to subsidize all of these.
Do we get resources? How do our brother who play football and admire football so much be developed? The grassroots development program on the football, how effective it is. How do we expect the other aspect of sport and sport lover to be developed and for resources to come from there and that's to contribute to our national growth and development? You don't expect the government to send money every time to sport. Sport too should be generating money. That is our argument.
But the law must be respected. The Supreme Court will rule any way they rule, I will accept it. And the Supreme Court need to make clear their ruling to explain to the Liberian people what the ruling meant or what the ruling is. And we have to wait for the Supreme Court to rule. We'll be going before the court tomorrow. Our colleagues' benefits and salary was seized by the juntas, those illegal juntas, those rebels. And we have gone before the court for the court to tell us the people have the authority to seize your colleagues' salary. This is the second case I carry before the police, and the police are resolved not to go through my issues. The first one was when I was bribed by Joseph Wakai. I took the case to the police. My case is still there. The second one is when Richard Kool was standing in the face of everybody, giving instruction for my car to be drilled. Up to now, I'm not getting redress. We see Kool bluffing in Nima County, how he's going to be the senator of Nima County. The people of Nima County will decide, but we'll be there to make our case, Kool. That bluffing you all talking about, I don't care who come, I don't care who they bring. 2029, you are making reference to Musa ability, how you fight Musa ability.
Explain who child.
The team before you is the team from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the team has been constituted based on the information we had in relation to questions that the Senate would like to address as it relates to its oversight function. The situation in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is one that we would classify as significant work in progress as it relates to Liberia's foreign relations. And the analysis that we took when we took over the leadership of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is that we needed to place some emphasis on the issue of passports. We needed to strengthen our relationship with the rest of the world to reposition Liberia and rebrand Liberia. We felt it was very important to take on leadership for the Mano River Union and the relationships around that, noting the importance to not only the economic development but also security as well. We also prioritize the quest for the seat of the UN Security Council, and prioritize bilateral engagements in making sure that we strengthen economic diplomacy so that we would help the NIC, Commerce, and others who are primarily responsible to attract foreign direct investment. And those have been the priorities of the ministry, among other things that we've been doing, but those have been overall. The issues that you raised today in your opening, Senator, we are of the view, if you agree that we should go through them one by one as opposed to trying to address them holistically, if it so suits the Senate, we can approach it from that perspective. Otherwise, we might drown some of the responses.
You want to give us an overview of each of those issues, then we'll come to the speaker of the part for detailed.
So, in relation to foreign service, the need for us to strengthen our foreign service hasn't been overstated. It actually has been an issue of priority. We have been approached by the US government directly on several occasions to say that our capacity in the US is very weak, that there was a need for overhauling the entire foreign service in the US. We use that as an entry point to look across the foreign service to look at all of the needs. We have been working to ensure that we can have rotation within the foreign service to be able to meet the needs for the country's representation, but also to also provide a human face to how foreign service should operate. People shouldn't be in the country for over 10, 20 years. We've had that outlook, and with that, we looked at strategically appointing ambassadors that would be relevant to different contexts and so forth, look at the priorities in those places. We have been able to do that, we've been able to appoint ambassadors to strategic locations, and we've been able to start to deploy. The constraint that we face in relation to that was resources. In trying to strengthen the foreign service, it requires significant resources to move people around, to have people sent out to the foreign service, to have people come back home, and to have people rotate. As you can recall, we have had
good afternoon, pleasant welcome on today. 0318-2025 is today. Today is Tuesday, and this is the People's Program. We say a pleasant welcome to all of our followers up here. Follow us on Kool Channel 2 on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook, Kool, and also follow on www.knews.com online. For our online radio, also in Liberia, 91.9. If you're there in Liberia, we say good afternoon, good morning, good evening. If you're there into Kilibo Kawikan, if you're there into Zreju, the Zulu Escape, Grange County, we know Nimba. If you're in Tapatai, into Sakopie, into Brown Campley, Sanikoli, Yikipa, into Ganta, we say good afternoon to you. If you're into Palala, Batalala, Flella, into Brown County, Banga, into Weala, via somewhere around the Kola Belt, into Kokata City, we say good afternoon to you on today. If you're somewhere there in the Lufa County, in the Salaye, if you're there in the Ziliman, Zuwela, Bogeza, Konya, if you're somewhere there into the Pasakisia area, we say good afternoon to you. If you're there into Blongwedu, if you're there into Samandu, Sakonandu, if you're there into Kolahon, into Foya, good afternoon to you. Somewhere into Bapo County, Westwa, good afternoon to you. Into Grand Kibao County, if you're there into Mandina, into Pommy County, if you're there into Grand Basso County, if they're in the Russell County, Sino County, River G, good afternoon to you. If they're into Maryland, let me say thanks to you for joining us into Harport City this afternoon. Into Liberia, we say welcome. If they're into South Africa, Algeria, or into Angola, if you are there into the Algiers, if you're somewhere there into Burkina Faso, if you're there into Ghana, Nigeria, the Africa Coast, Sierra Leone, good afternoon to you. If you're somewhere there into Madagascar, thanks for joining us. China, into Japan, Taipei, into Oklahoma, the United States, somewhere there into Washington, D.C. Thanks for joining us on this radio. Thanks for joining us. I am your humble servant. We are here today to serve you breakfast, and serve you lunch, serve you dinner based upon your timeline. But don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity, they must come with clean hands. And today, I am your humble servant, Nathaniel Val, the ambassador, and I'm here with Sakandu on this spectacular edition of the program. The national currency Liberian dollar collapsed in 1907. The country was later forced to adopt the United States dollar. The Liberian government was constantly dependent on foreign loan at high rate of exchange, which endangered the country's independence. In 1926, Firestone, an American rubber company, started the world's largest rubber plantation in Liberia. The industry created about 25,000 jobs, and rubber quickly became the backbone of the Liberian economy. Into the 1950s, rubber accounted for 40% of the national budget. During the 1930s, Liberia signed a concession agreement with the Dutch, the Danish, German, and the Polish investors in what has been described as an open door economic policy. Between 1946 to 1960, exports of natural resources such as iron, ore, timber, rubber rose significantly. In 1971, Liberia had the world's largest rubber industry and was the third largest importer of iron ore. Since 1946, ship registration was another important source of a state revenue in Liberia. Today, Liberia in 1962 until 1980, the United States donated $280 million US in aid to Liberia, in exchange for which Liberia offered its land for rent for the American government facilities. Throughout the 1970s, the price of rubber in the world commodities market was depressed, which put Liberia pressure on the state finances. In 1927, the League of Nations investigated an accusation the Liberian government had forcefully recruited and sold indigenous people as contract laborers or slaves. In its 1930 report, the League admonished the Liberian government for the systematically and for years fostering and encouraging a policy of gross intimidation and suppression by suppressing the native, preventing him from realizing his power and limitations and preventing him from asserting himself into any way whatever. For the benefit of the dominant and colonizing race, although originally the same African stuck at themselves. President Charles D.B. King hastily resigned. Today is the 18th of March 2025. Good afternoon. Thanks to all of you having birthday today. We say good afternoon to you. All of you had birthday yesterday. We say happy belated birthday. Remember the Vice President of Liberia had a birthday yesterday, another year. We say happy belated birthday. Mr. Zizi Bien had a birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday to you, Mr. Zizi Bien. And LRBJD had a birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday. And Rita Bezon had a birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday, Rita. He celebrated on yesterday. And we say happy birthday, happy pre-birthday to all Martians and beautiful Martians, kings. Remember, they will be celebrating also. Those whose birthday are left, we say a beautiful and handsome happy birthday to all of you today. Today in 1965, they silvered astronaut Alexei Leonov after passing through an airlock on the spacecraft Vostok 2, became the first man to walk in space today in 1965 on the 18th. The space skater Bonnie Blair, one of the most successful American women athletes into the Olympics competition. She was born today into the Cornwall in New York City. Today in 1974, 7 member countries of OPEC lifted a 5-month oil embargo against the United States today in 1974. Today in history in 1990, today on the 18th of March, in what was considered the world's biggest art heist, 2 men pretending to be police officers stole 13 works, including painting by the Rembrandt and the Johannes Vermeer from the Isabella Stewart Grander Museum into Boston. The stolen art was never recovered. Today, the 18th in 1990 in history. In 2012, the Tongan king Tupu V died and was succeeded by the younger brother, Crown Prince Lavaka, who took the name Tupi VI. In 1917, that is 2017 to be precise, the American singer and songwriter and the guitarist Chuck Berry, who was a leading and influential performer into the rhythm and blues and rock and roll music, he died today, the 18th of March 2017, at the age of 90. And on today, in 2000, Chen Huibing, a leader of the pro-independence movement that sought statehood for the Republic of China, Taiwan, was elected president of Taiwan, breaking the Nationalist Party's 55th year rule in history. And don't forget, have you heard about Queen Latifah, an American musician and actress who made a debut on the world scenes? She was born today, March 18, in 1970, into the Newark, New Jersey. Celebrated her birthday and age 54 on today. Age and grace and mercy all to all those celebrating in this month. We say happy birthday, happy pre-birthday, and happy belated birthday to all of you who are already celebrating on today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and thanks for joining us on today. We got several issues loaded on our menu, and it's good that we get to understand these things, how construction agreements have affected Liberia on the world scenes. We hope that we can have a change, but we will be looking at one of the concession agreements in Maryland County today, and especially what we have forgotten. Mind you, we are calling on our leaders, the legislators, not forgetting the executive, to have a thorough review of agreements, concessions signed. Mind you, we said just a few days ago, ArcelorMittal celebrated 20 years, 2 decades. What can we see? And to be frank with you, this year, the mango palm plantation there in Maryland County will be celebrating 14 years. And they still have years left because their contract will be in about 2036 or so. But what have they done? Have they lived up to their social corporate responsibilities? And what we have observed is that bad labor practices are the order of the day. And the Ministry of Labor sits here supinely and just running around here in the local county of Monroe County thinking that they're doing something good. We'll be bringing that to your attention, and it's good that we look at all these concessions. The reason is that we are calling the government that let there be a comprehensive, a thorough review of concession agreements in Liberia. But there are other good news coming up. We want to talk about that also too. But let's take this break. When we come back, we will go into business on today. But be with me until 1:30, and we ask that you be a part of today's edition of the program. Remember, we'll open the lines where you are a part of this program, and please speak to exactly what we are talking about. If you have something else on your mind, it's something special you want to talk about, you can call us personally, we can arrange that and have a conversation on that. But please speak to what we are talking about today. Bravo to the president. Let me say bravo to the president again. You know, we have said to the president that this issue, let's take this break.
Good afternoon. The team before you is the team from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the team has been constituted based on the information we had in relation to the questions that the Senate would like to address as it relates to its oversight function. The situation at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is one that we would classify as significant work in progress as it relates to Liberia's foreign relations. And the analysis that we took when we took over the leadership of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is that we needed to place some emphasis on the issue of passports. We needed to strengthen our relationship with the rest of the world to reposition Liberia and rebrand Liberia. We felt it was very important to take on leadership for the Mano River Union and the relationships around that, noting the importance to not only the economic development but also security as well. We also prioritized the quest for the seat of the UN Security Council, and prioritize bilateral engagements in the issue that will strengthen economic diplomacy so that
everything is working for me, blessing coming for me. I want to say blessing for all of you celebrating this month here, blessing for you who will read out, please dance, blessing for you too, a blessing for all those having pre-birthday celebrations. Yeah, all those who have later birthday celebrations, we say happy birthday. You know, blessing coming. You know, we want to say bravo to the president, and like we are the watchdog of society, we are playing our role, and we hope that other institutions like the likes of the legislature can play their role. But we said to the president, when you announced this thing here on the 14th of last month, all those last month, 1 month process to this time is 1 month. All those who never declared an asset, the president instructed that there should be no pay and benefit for them. And what we are reading now is that a lot of the folks are so lackadaisical. They don't need jobs. They don't need to work. And everybody talk that the president, you know, no one to say the president is quiet, he's cool, and sometimes he says he's sleepy and all that, but he has shown that over the years that he's perfectly monitoring things. But judge what we're hearing, it means that plenty of people have not declared an asset yet. And it's a gross disrespect and a violation to our Constitution. And listen, we have encouraged the president, calling him again to wake up to do so. The president has instructed the civil service agency, Josiah Jokai, that all of those who have not declared an asset, mind you, he says will be blocked. The CSA says it's blocked. And government generated up to 100 plus thousands of dollars. But now the president has said, if you don't declare your asset, or you are not declared your asset, you are passed already. Remember today the 18th. And what we're hearing now, that those folks who have not declared an asset, the money still planted. That means the planted didn't declare yet. What has happened in this country? And we are saying to the president, this thing, he should be firm on it. We are hearing that approximately about 90,808.56 United States dollars is what we're hearing that's been blocked. We heard first of 104,000 plots. Now we hear 90,000. This is a serious gross insubordination to the president, and more importantly, to the Liberian people. Mr. President, don't joke with this thing, because it has been observed over the last 2 years that there are a lot of insincere people that have come to government. You know, we begin to observe that they're lying to you too much, Mr. President. I want you to take a listen here this afternoon. Most of your people in government are lying to you. They lie to you to come to power. And like, let me borrow the word from the former ruling party. That is the former finance minister. He said you can lie to get your way into power, but you can't lie to govern the people or rule them or take care of them. So they lie to you, you put into positions, they want to lie to get their way through, and that's the wrong path. Mr. President, please open your mind eyes. There are a lot of deceptive people around you. So the president has said, Josiah, please work with the Ministry of Finance. Let there be an account, an extra account, that these funds will be relocated to the one child, one chair, the presidential initiative. Because we must improve the conditions of primary, secondary education in this country. Our kids are on the ground. So if we are looking for money, they have worked in past governments. They disrespect the president. They disrespect the country. They take the country money. They enjoy themselves. They insult all sorts of ways. But this time around, they won't go free. Our children need chairs. And this money can procure a good amount of chairs for us. And he said they should do it immediately. And next thing is, their month already gone 18. We got a few more days for the month to end. Their mom will take it. You know, you already declare, so already we come start telling me you are personal no grata. And we said to the president, if the 100% that will not declare the asset, Mr. President, dismiss them. They're now bigger than this country. We will not sit here and they don't respect you. Or they respect Mayata in the market. Or Omen Flomo sitting on the tree who are retired and are not getting his pension paid. Or a young boy, a young girl who are able to go to school. We will not sit here, they don't respect the rest of Liberians. Because if they can disrespect you, they have already disrespected the Liberian people. We need punishment for them. And my disappointment here is with the LSCC. You know, sometimes they would not hide it. The LSCC was depending on the LSCC said I start losing from them. You know, it's so sad. And I'm getting so much afraid. Whether this position is so bigger than Councillor Alexandra Kromanzo, I'm getting afraid. I'm getting afraid. Yes, to be frank with you, I'm getting afraid. Are you aware that one of the commissioner vehicle has already been declared as missing vehicle? Imagine, the man took the commissioner to work. And then the next thing, he drove with the car. What happened? Is it that the commissioner owing his man? Or they are not taking pay? This young man, oh God. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, one thing wants spoil. We gotta be frustrating for this country. The people will depend on. They are now investigating one of their own. We get roasted and swap with the car issue there. We get Amin Boda on a car issue there. He resigned. We having the suspension of the 3 folks there at LDA. We got Steve Zako. We got Emma Meti Glasgow. She said her own the dismissal without cause. But the story that coming on all see, then coming outside now, is frustrating. Then we hearing that a white Land Cruiser, the driver drove off after dropping the commissioner at work. Now they are declared the car now missing, and the efforts to get the suspect up on. Hey my people, what kind of problem? Oh my God, why would be Alexandra Zoe asset declaration? People accused the person already instructed Justice Ministry, make sure you do this thing here. The fast are open suspicious activities that was alleged onto the state of folks. Let's look at it and settle these matters. Missing boys and all that, mysterious deaths in the country. LSCD to all depending on. Oh my God, hey, Jesus. Yeah, when you see the car, when you see the young man, they call him David. Weaton. David Weaton. So please tell him he's a driver. Let me bring our car back. We expect the commissioner councillor to be lying down thinking about cases that are being handled. Not to be thinking about one of our commissioner, the car they carried again. You see, frustrating to hear. What really happening? They see that they owing a man. You know, owing business power is just a common thing in our country. So now somebody where they get paid more, and they say, in the last time, I told you not to. I was calling you to come for me, to carry me. You don't do it. In fact, you're not paying, or you're black salary, or something. What really happened here? I'm just trying to figure out what really happened. But it's sad. It's so sad here. Yeah. So, you know, we want to say, please, man. Yeah, please. Yeah, we got plenty of work to do in this country. We don't want people distracting us. Plenty of work are set to be done in this country here. You see, and you see the efforts made of our lawmakers with their oversight responsibility. You see how it's affecting Liberia today. Prominent eminent citizens go to hospital, they die. Either they will give a drug that should not be administered to the person. Either they will, all kind of things. So you go to somebody say, they go for, how do you call it? Hernia, right? Yeah, hernia operation. They go to, they're doing hernia with the person kidney loss. How come? Somebody go give birth. Either the child, the person didn't work, but the person went off, the child, either tell the person the child died or the child lost. And we got our authority that having supervisory role over these institutions. Is it that we are having unqualified doctors? What's really going on? What's really going on? And I'll be affected by this. One of my in-laws, imagine a 2-year-old child, they went to administer a 29-year-old man prescription. After the lab, after everything, the drugs was again to the 29-year-old man. I know how the man will swap it. I know they get paid to kill people in the hospital this time. They swap that thing, they took 29 years old. I know the person saw the 2 and never saw the 9. And they brought that thing, injected the little boy with those drugs, thinking that they're doing something good. That child started to converse and think. We lost that child. People are dying mysteriously in the hospitals. And you hear flimsy excuses from nurses and doctors in hospitals. This is serious. Hey, man. And now the medical and dental council just been known now for investigating cases. What are they fighting that supervisory role, making sure that the red doctors are in the hospitals, qualified ones? You go here, another doctor here, let's say expire, he's still there working. Another machine is very old. Tell us something they told for in the dump pad, they carry to the hospital, they say they want to carry on. I don't know what's this country here. The person will die. Please, man. Let's help this country. The EMW hospital, the JFK, Capital Hospital, the news are coming, other funny clinic getting around, the news are coming from there, they are not favorable. We need to start jails with these doctors, and now there's no one in jail, or people who will go jet phone or other thing. If your doctor a lesson expire, you don't renew it, we'll find a hospital, let's find your president. If you did not qualify to carry some surgery, you go operate somebody, you do something funny there, pay for it. Why should we waste this process? Then our lawmakers are there fighting over who should be speaker. Is speaker the most important thing in this country? I don't want to talk about that today. But you know, we're going to follow something here, and it's important. And the last time, the Labour Minister Kool, his name was flying in the air there at the level of the Senate. And Mr. President, please watch this young man. this old man or this councillor. This is serious. Bad labor practices have become the order of the day. Even into institutions that feel and think that they are credible to the nation, bad labor practices are there. They are very selective of justice. Only because Liberia won't work. Are you aware that these concession agreements, when they're being signed, they are with corporate responsibility? Are they living up to it? You know, because we just talk about the ones we see, King George here, MNT Go, you see King Mano, you see Plantation, you see Accelerometer, those are the names. But have you heard about the plantation that is in Maryland County? My people, our people are dying. The Maryland oil palm plantation is one that we have offered 25 years since the past government, that is Ellen Johnson's second term. And this company, we offer this company another 25 years. Why are we giving 25 years to put up in the place? What are we getting 5? We're getting 6, 3. We are giving them 25 years to function, to operate this country. You know what I mean? It will support our citizens, build their capacity. In 25 years time, in on their land to plant and harvest whatsoever will be there. In 25 years, they will benefit from it. But we'll tell you, get a company to operate 25 years. Then the people sit down. Then what's supposed to go to the citizens doesn't go there. 2011, we offer this company, Maryland Oil Palm Plantation, 25 years. Imagine. Check today. They will be here until 2036. Jesus Christ. Why were we giving this kind of agreement? Is it time that we review these things? Yes. Imagine over 25 years, they will invest about, their investment profile about 64 million. That's just peanuts. 25 years, we can make more than that money. That means over a year, they will get $2.5 million every year. $2.5 million. Hey, my people. You want to tell me Liberia not able to manage what they have in a year time get more than $2.5 million? But for our lawmakers to be monitoring these things, imagine we give the people 20,000 acres of land into Maryland County. That is about 8,800 hectares of land that our people should have been on to enjoy themselves in Maryland County, in the Jide Tapo, Maryland County. And you know how much that they put export out of the country? Imagine. People are exporting 1,210,698.98 metric tons of crude oil. The crude palm oil. Imagine that. Not just the oil, the pancana. Imagine. They are taking about 402,932.60 metric tons of pancana. And this is the report from the LERTR. Pancana. You don't want to make him wait. You don't have benefit of getting double for this country. But we just already signed those agreements. The past government came, they enjoyed from the agreement. They passed the Iowa, they said 25 years, go on. We are asking our leaders, they need to review these agreements. And if Asylum Peter can tell us that if we place another multiple user on the railway, we'll be breaching the agreement we signed with them. Then we are also telling concession agreement that the agreement we signed with you, if you also not comply or have not done it, you already breached this thing here. You see, they won't play smart with us, but we should be the fool, not the smart on them. Because our lawmakers in the counties, they wouldn't care about what they're going in their pocket. The superintendent just there. By the time the superintendent drives to the construction area, go there, oh, superintendent, yeah. They get a small thing back. That is small thing again, they get beaten. While the citizens are crying, they sit there and do nothing. The people giving us 2.5 million every year. You know how much they make every year? They make about 13,141,473 from palm oil. Then they get out 2.5. If you take 2.5 and 13, how much you get in there? They're taking more than 11 million from this country. What really are they thinking of our leaders? Sometimes it's good I will bring those things to you. What is happening in millions? What I'm talking about? I will come to the power labor issue. I've got some agreement that they have with the communities that they are not even settled yet. And those counties, that county, they have representatives there. But they are the most bobo in the house. Because the day they go home, they are parking lot. Just from parking on the port making about $80,587 United States dollars from Pancana. They want, even the palm producers in this country, they are wasting Pancana. I know others have started making Pancana for use of Pancana. I know others, and they those in the rural parts, they can often make oil. They make oil from it. They even use those oil to grease themselves. They put in their hair. They do other things. Plenty of things can be done with Pancana. You see? And the most disturbing thing about it, the people into Jida Tapo in Maryland County, the people taking about pretty close to 13.2 million every year, but the people don't have safe drinking water. They don't have health care. Even to say a 50 high school, electricity. And since the government started operating from 2011 till now, they have 14 years, August. 14 years. Pretty close to 1.5 decades. Then why are we signing these agreements? Why are we signing these agreements? Why? Where are our lawmakers? Where is Anthony Williams? Where was the Buffers Timber? Where are the Southeastern lawmakers? I'll be specific for the reason. Where are they? You will never hear say, fellow colleagues, let's discuss the construction agreement. The Maryland oil palm plantation is doing this to our people, but they will say, who bought a car here? Who caused here? Who turned the wire? If I say go outside, you suspend it. Those useless things that have no bearing on the people. When the people are looking for drinking water, because if you give the poor 20,000 acres of land, where would they put farm? Where would they draw water? Where would they hunt? Where would they go to take medicine? Those trees they have for medicinal purposes. Where? Where would they have it? Where would they plant their cassava, their potatoes, their onions? Where would they plant their okra? No! Because the construction have taken over those areas. They are left undone. And while they are seated waiting for the people to say there are social corporate responsibility or developmental process that will come to them that made them relax, the people make 13.2 million they gave 296,000 for social development fund and environmental fund. Is this country okay? Are we okay here? Are we normal? Are those who signed this agreement normal? Or they only think about themselves? And President Buhari, please, the small time you get, we will please make use of it. It's important. Because Liberians don't know whether when they lose you, they'll have somebody to plead for them in the direction again. Because you are the only one now hearing that you want to make the country the way it should be. You want to make Liberians live the way it should be. The high school that in that place, she had to tell a young boy, say, don't go to school. Imagine. And listen, like what they can do sometimes in the agreement, they will have an agreement that when they work 5 years, they will put certain position in the company Liberians should take it. But in the Liberian term, in the street where they say that vla. But what don't say? They say 50% of the big managerial job must be Liberians. In how long? 5 years. We've gone 14 years. How many Liberians are occupying managerial position there? We've gone 14 years. They say when they reach 10 years, of which 2021, they were already 10 years. They say 75% of managerial jobs will be for Liberians. They say must be for Liberians. They gone 14 years. So you mean if you have 5 years, I mean 50% 5 years, 75% 10 years. So you'll be calculating 14 years, how many percentage of Liberian? Almost like the agreement is saying that by the time the company reach 25 years, we should see Liberian men taking over the company, and those who came, they just sit down and get their profit. What is to get? But Liberians should be operating the company. When you own the company, you have an agreement with the government, but Liberians should be the one functioning. You just get what you should get, and government get what you should get, and the citizen get what you should get. That's how the agreement should be. That's how they made the agreement. But from what is happening now, it's far from the reality. They are one taking all. You make it 13 million. You're only giving $500,000 for social development in the county. How do you think the people will develop? And the pound fine you're making, people passing inside, don't joking there, no hospital. Oh, Jesus Christ. The company said that they will provide scholarship. You know, and I'm hearing that Anthony Williams is now putting it before the lawmaker and want to do this. Please, you should not wait when this is coming up before you start doing that thing. That they put it up. How many of people said they're following him in that line to say, let's look in this direction? They should provide scholarship for the young people. It's an agreement. And this is where I said to government, if we look inside, and we see X or almost all the things you do, you are not done any of them. There is no new work with you. Pack your load and get up from here. Because you are not a good friend to us. You are not a good partner to the government. There are vocational schools in the area. They agree that those vocational, and this thing is not with the Maryland palm plantation, Maryland oil palm plantation. This is how almost all of the agreement is structured. That vocational education, you pay some money because there are students who come from there, you also make use of those people. They give scholarship to the Tubman University. Every year it's okay, 40,000. Are they giving them 40,000? Every year they sort of pay $5 per hectare every year, $1 per acre for the underdeveloped land. They pay $5 per acre every year. Those money should be calculated, and it's all part of the benefit of the people who got a place. Every year you pay $5 per hectare. You pay $1 per acres for undeveloped land. You pay $2 per acre for developed land. This go toward the community development fund. Sometimes I can wonder, the people that were signing the agreement, were they all drunk? Did the people carry there and get in food? Maybe the person in the food, they ate the food before they could sign the agreement. So everything they were saying, they were just saying yes, 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 yes. If you look at bad labor practice, let me tell you something. Bad labor practice is one that is going on at this construction area. Labor abuse is the order of the day. And more importantly, they are using Liberians against Liberians. Since they say they will make Liberian people into managerial positions, 5 years, 50%, 10 years, 75%. They do, instead of 50%, they do 5%. And they put it there with a mandate. Where you are surrounded with all the people, about 25 on the managerial process there, you only see 5 Liberians sitting there. That means you have all the expatriates of the foreign partner, for example, they are 20. So your own, you see yourself in a position where the money you're making, you better not go call not there, because the next thing they will kick you outside. You lost a job, you become like other people. So you begin to shut your mouth and they begin to use you against other people. Every time they have a meeting, when you go outside, you go against me 5 person. When the person is doing contractor business, because they want employed. When any palm getting red, we won't call the palm name, they sign around. So don't hire people, they didn't hire. Your work was something like 1 week, 2 weeks, you're finna cut all the lane in your pocket. Then after the 2 to 3 weeks or 1 more, you're sack. Any palm rep, yeah. You're playing a group, they didn't hire. Your own will care for 2 more, 3 more, to call the palm. Somebody be doing the palm head, somebody be doing the one going to the machine, somebody be with the truck, somebody be with this. All they want to go, you're doing after the 3 month time, because they don't want to employ. But because Liberians are placed in the position to deal with a very Liberian people, nobody can talk. How long will it take? They look at a distance from here where Kool Cry and a team will leave and go way in Maryland County. And when Kool Cry and a team go there way in Maryland County, look at the best hotel in Maryland, maybe they'll sleep inside, or while they're on their way, they get them small money, they enjoy themselves. When they reach there, they enjoy themselves. They just go sit there and laughing for the people. Oh, my boy, you're all right. You want to be here, that they can't do, get here. And they put go half for you. But you know, only some of very few cases, those minor cases that they can handle, that's just major one. Those minor cases they can handle. Oh, they may on the pound, the quarter cutting, or the blade joking. Or they man, you give them some money, they may go to the chair, man. The next thing they go sit in the office, they never long. So why they say go treat the man, they send the man, they run away when the man will get treated. They go there, take that bill, the next day they come back. Moreover, when they come back, they buy cement, they pay the horses, because if they get the money from there. Because of greed, because of selfishness, Liberians have turned to become their own enemy to their own brothers and sisters. Tell me. And this mineral agreement needs to be reviewed carefully. Because there are already gross human rights violations that happen there. But we don't pay attention. I'm told the superintendent is one of those enjoying that. That's what I heard allegedly. He's one of those enjoying. The superintendent is one of those enjoying from the area, so he doesn't care. Anthony Williams, now after this whole thing here, he has not come and said, oh, you know, all the agreement, the Kafala Rock Corporation, the Maryland Oil Palm Plantation, the Golden, I think the Civica, the Golden Civica, the CCS the GSR, they're going to review this thing. And all these agreements were signed around the 2011 process. When my agency was here, you know, at times you were looking for all the kind of things to come, so the lawmakers too, they were just passing what they know 4G, 5G, 4G, 5G, 4G, because the brand were coming. Because once it's in the executive interest, they don't stay long. That the same thing the regime people won't bring. Because once in the executive interest, it should pass. Whether it will hammer out tomorrow, it should just pass, because government is eager, is hungry, looking for money just to do what they want to do around here. Whether it will embarrass us in the future, they don't care. This is exactly what we are faced with. So you mean companies sign 25 years agreement, the country can improve one bit? The people living there cannot drink good water? They cannot live and see electricity? They cannot see health care? You know how all the tell about their livelihood, where they're sleeping? If they're not sleeping in mud houses or thatch houses or in a coal. This is serious. And this is a serious clear call. The superintendent of Maryland County, he's one of those with some information getting allegedly, he's the one year down in this process. Because some of the senators, they said the company getting something small to settle down. Superintendent Kool, he there. Why then are we having these good laws on the book? Why? Why are we having these laws on the book? Go in Maryland County, see the schools out there. Whether the community are benefiting, the lawmakers, they gain a $45,000, $60,000 vehicle, they come more here, they sit here, enjoy themselves in the hotels. And I don't know, I'm still getting obsessed with this thing here. I don't know why a lawmaker, for instance, is a lawmaker of Bone County, but he built one decent house in Muscle County in another district more than what he have in his county. What does that clearly show? That means the man is half-heartedly living in the county and fully living on the other side. Then why are they giving the gasoline? If these lawmakers were living in a county, they will make sure that these commercial flights, when you come into town, your car is here, your driver go to the airport, the flight take you from Maryland, take you from Sano, take you from Granger, bring you here, put you down, you get in your car, you go to section. After session, you go back. How you be a lawmaker for a district, you don't live in the district? Someone they take them 2-3 months, 4-5 months, they don't go in the county. They say they get office there, they got put there, informing them what's going on. But you want the township to be there. You want the paramount chief should be there. You want the superintendent to be there. But you as the district lawmaker, you're not there. You don't think that time the lawmakers sitting at counties, they won't have meetings, they have Zoom meetings? Yes. That's what they give you trash card for. They give you trash card to sit on your woman in America, you put trash card on, you call whole night, video call, or you call your Congo band, your side check then, you just call whole night and down. Now what are you for? Or you put gas in the car, you live ready to go. But they give you more than $500 gas. You turn it around most of the from one hotel to hotel. Farmington, Echo Lodge, Wakana Lodge. You leave the county and the people there. Mr. President, there are still more concessions or mineral development agreements that are not in the interest of the people that have been breached, that have been violated. Please, the small time you get with us, please check inside and straighten it. If not, deny them. If they really want to work with us, they will do it. And I don't see the reason why we sign a 25 years contract. You get 100 years, you see nothing. I wonder how the president was how many years old when they signed Firestone. I wonder the lawmaker, the man who's saying he's speaker today, who regime speaker. I wonder how many years old when they signed that contract. I wonder the speaker was how many years old. You only got Lawrence to protest. I'm not sure how many years old at the time. After hearing all of these things, still keen and citizens. But I'm not saying some of these agreements they are the one who signed it. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. But they saw, they heard, they have come. Let them correct these things. 25 years. And it's a Japanese company concession agreement, minimum development agreement, put on Liberia. Oh yeah, Liberia, the finest country in the world, Liberia. Oh yeah, all the company coming there, young girl, everybody coming. When they finish not doing you, they leave now. You look at that floor red. That's how Liberia looking. Because the next time I saw the man, you say 5 years, say, you are Melanwana stream, man. That is that one. The man I'm feeling that one. Who am I? Yeah, guy, 2-3% I know, 4-5% I know. That's the truth in Liberia. So company come and say, but that is the point, man. Nothing good there, man. You won't go try, but when they catch you, they won't do there. And that's smart, you. Man, without love, no eyes, beat her. The one you go there by you to the trouble. Because they come here, treat our poor bad, kill our citizens, leave us in deplorable conditions, drain all of our resources, and when they rather leave, they leave us with nothing. This is time that mineral development agreement, concession agreement, let it be reviewed thoroughly, Mr. President. Because it will depend on the book of lawmakers. They're looking for parking space. When you are not lawmaker, you're looking for parking space. You couldn't buy a car anywhere. When you're not lawmaker, you're wearing proper suit. You're not wearing short trousers in the community. You're looking for the best kosher to eat. You're not taking the boys in one kosher and say, how much food you say that 2,000 okay, what do the boys in? You're going small baby say. Now you're looking running camping. Now today now you wear proper suit. Today now you know what to eat. What kind of uselessness this country is experiencing? So this is so bad. And some of the companies that are having these agreements that never live up to this agreement, let us cancel them. It will not take any drastic issues, because if the woman the woman your oil will not if the woman say I'm leaving oil, the woman will be serious. Well, I can't push it to enter him. When I see a friend, wait, when a friend go in car, so you think you're fooling them, but they're thinking they're fooling you. This is how they treat them over Liberia. They're treating this country so bad that the citizens are suffering. Look at the last time when I heard the president. It worries me and worries other Liberians that life expectancy for this country is dropping per year, per day. If you live more than 70, 80 years in this country, just pray God. If you get anybody living more than 70 years, 80 years, just pray God. Because life expectancy is no longer like age for Liberians. Because all your days you struggle, you worry, you depressed, you're oppressed, you are suppressed, and when you reach the year, say thank you. People are just dying. If the hospital and forces to die, the country condition will force you to die. You get depressed. The young people just depressed. They just drinking liquor. They're looking for the drugs, which one hard, which one strong. The women just drinking. The women just protecting themselves. Men are just all over confused in Liberia. To see a group with focused mind is difficult. Only those pretend to be a hymn of power, they pretend to be the focused mind. Because they have used the young people of this country, the young generation, and they said, we will deplete their future. We will sign agreement. Before they reach there, they'll see what we do for them. Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, this country. Oh, this country, Liberia. If care not taken, we may not have a country called Liberia in the future. If we are not careful, we will not have a country called Liberia. Because the way, from a manner, we are treating this country, the people only care about what they can get down. Oh my God, oh my God. Let's take this break here. Take this one from outside Liberia.
To help the NIC Commerce and others who are primarily responsible to attract foreign direct investment. And those have been the priorities of the ministry, among other things that we've been doing, but those have been overall. The issues that you raised today in your opening, Senator, we are of the view, if you agree that we should go through them one by one as opposed to trying to address them holistically, if it so suits the Senate, we can approach it from that perspective. Otherwise, we might drown some of the responses.
You want to give us an overview of each of those issues, then we'll come to the speaker at the part for detailed.
So, in relation to foreign service, the need for us to strengthen our foreign service has been overstated. It actually has been an issue of priority. We have been approached by the US government directly on several occasions to say that our capacity in the US is very weak, that there was a need for overhauling the entire foreign service.
775-919-919 are the numbers. Let's look into Liberia, what's going on today. Let's take what's happening to Sierra Leone. In the heart of Sierra Leone, Abubakar Koma continues to wave a country old tradition into the fabric of modern culture. For over 4 decades, Koma has been a skilled practitioner of Gari tie-dyeing, Gara tie-dyeing, an Asian craft that tells stories through vibrant colors and intricate patterns. This mystery of the art form has taken him across Africa, sharing his skills upon more on that. You go there and check it out. Preserving Sierra Leone Asian Gara tie-dye craft process up on. And today, technology can support more sexual assault survivors into Sudan. According to reports, after a 28-year-old mother of 4 who was gang raped by armed men while collecting firewood poses for photo in the Juba displaced camp on Wednesday the 12th of February. After being gang raped by armed men while collecting firewood, 28-year-old, some clinics were closed. And others told her to return later, and she had no money to access the hospital. 5 months after the assault, she lay on the mat in a displaced camp in South Sudan capital Juba, wrapping her swollen belly. So she said, I felt like I wasn't heard, and now I'm pregnant. Sexual assault is a constant rate for many women into South Sudan. And today, the European Union diplomatic bullying beyond South African ambassador explosion. Let's take a look at that. A South African ambassador to the United States, Ibrahim Rasool, speaks at the South African embassy to Washington, D.C. The explosion of South African ambassador to the United States highlights diplomatic bullying by the new United States administration, which could be opposed by all African nations, according to the South African political experts. The United States Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, declared South African Ambassador Ibrahim Rasool persona non grata on the social media platform X on Friday, giving 72 hours to leave the United States, following an earlier speech in which Rasool criticized the United States President Donald Trump. On Saturday, The South African President's office described the explosion as regrettable, calling for diplomatic decorum between the two nations up on. And so in Africa, scientists of South Africa, the Antarctica base racked by the alleged assault. The spokesperson for South African government told the British broadcasting system there had been an assault on the station. And Rwanda survivor tags with Belgium over the neo-colonial delusions. In the strongly worded statement, Rwanda accuses Belgium of lies and manipulation. And also, no one can handle another war. The Tigrayans fear fresh Ethiopian conflict. Residents in Ethiopia now tell the British broadcasting system they are stocking up and taking cash out as tension deepens up on there. Let's go to the lines to talk to you. 0775-919-919. And just 4 days ago, a torture and a terrifying process happened. I witnessed a battle there from Khartoum. Residents alleged teared and raped by the retreating RSF fighters as the army makes gains into the capital. But on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming over there for you. Let's go to the lines to talk to you this afternoon. Let's talk to our first caller on the line. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nathaniel.
Yeah, go ahead.
This woman gather for the FBA community will currently appoint for the Senate chamber.
Go straight to the point.
Hello?
Go straight to the point.
Thank you. Thank you for the show.
Oh my man. Thank you. You finish with your time. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Nat, thank you so much for talking on this question. I'm Andrew J. William calling from the borough. Now, for the agreement, our part leader, Sam, for the company and pay, affecting the country, no benefit, and nothing at the company.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, I'm Frank.
Yeah, go straight to the point. Go to the point.
Yeah, you know, the Nigerian government has really been serious in the country. Most of those concession agreements are the other thing for the country, and you know, probably as people do it. When they get any agreement, when they start rich, let it try at least to do something for the country. You can't have an agreement, somebody taking our resources, everything up there, then we live in poverty. There are here about Maryland, that part of the plantation over there. Look, we don't know how the whole agreement looking like. Whether our citizens working, succeeding a family, we don't know.
Okay.
Begging the Liberian government at least.
Okay. Back to the Liberian government. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody here is not from SLSA for let me appreciate you and appreciate the president for his stand by directing or instructing to South Africa to redirect those who are refused to declare an asset that salary and benefit. I think he ought to have, and this is what we always for as president. He should not stop there. He should be focused and for them to do some of the things that he goes to in a cool way. October 10 or the November 14 when it comes to 2020 election. However, the issue about concession agreement in the country, are we contemplating telling Asma Meta or maybe Bear Mountain that hey, we give you 1.5 million, for example, at that. So when you give you, you all 2 million, invest in the water or maybe in the LC in the country that will be done at our everybody for the only take our money to put in our personal money rather than developing the country.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Tommy.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Tommy Diplo calling from Tower this afternoon. I will first congratulate you for the historical information. Some of us left from school for a long time. But you bring all kinds of memory. Thank you for that.
But the second point is the old men should be able to go back to the hub. Let them review all the concession agreement that is not in the interest of the Liberian people. Number two is all the government officials who have refused to declare their assets. Let the old men strike all of them. We can't hold all of our Liberian people yet. Why are you afraid to declare their assets?
Okay. If the woman do not do anything, the country will embarrass him. He too need to take stand and make sure that if they embarrass him, not embarrass them. Because the country has a history. If they embarrass you, they will embarrass you. Liberia will embarrass you tomorrow. Let me talk to this caller here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Go to the point. The man was saying regime speaker at the Morgan chance so him on something that was being the Labrador people interest. Is the regime have been the interest of Labrador people? Or they were doing for the regime? And I see the agreement that was signed in 2011, and I have anyone today, the lawmaker that they were there yet. Let me take the WhatsApp call from Morocco. Let me say good afternoon.
Greetings, Ambassador Nathaniel Bar. This is Roger Pan from Rabat, Morocco.
Roger, you calling from Morocco on the program. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Am I live?
You live on the radio. Roger, you are live on the radio. Go ahead.
I'm joining the conversation from Rabat, Morocco. Yeah, my issue has to do with the concession agreements, our lawmakers sign. If you technically look at the Western cluster or that there are a lot of bogus concession agreements wherein our lawmakers don't look at it critically, because those agreements, are agreement that is meant to change the life of citizens. Because if you have companies somewhere, that companies should be able to address the general welfare and well-being of the resident. But now we observe that most of the concession companies will just come in the name of looting for our people. And our lawmakers will sit down there and very sad. We can't get any redress for what's the issue. If you look at Western Cluster critically, Senator Snow was there, and then they were involved into 20 million saga. No understanding, you can't get any clarity. Look at Nima County, the people of Grand Bassett, people of Bon County, they can't get anything. Western Cluster, Arsenal mentality, they are looting for our people. This is very sad, Mr. Knapp. Thank you for having me on your program.
Well, thank you, Roger, and hope that you have a very great stay there into Morocco. Thanks for joining us on the program. Let me talk to another caller. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Go ahead. Okay, thanks for speaking to me. Let me talk to others today. And this is serious. Because if past lawmakers, they did these things, they're not talking about today. 2011, the lawmakers were not talking about 2025 because they knew that they will not be lawmakers to 2025. They knew that. But just unfortunately, some of them are still there. There are some lawmakers out there 2011 who are still lawmakers today. Let me talk to you. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Close to the point.
You said it right, and your points were well taken by I think authority that's involved in the meeting. I think they heard it, and I want the president to take some action. He shouldn't mind those lawmakers who already standard themselves all over, and for them to bring our country to the drain, to the bottom of the ocean. So I want the president to hear this, and so that our country should be on good path.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Go straight to the point.
Now, let me thank you for the show. Majority of the profession I was found by our Lord because they are against standing for their own interest, but they don't stand no profession for the system. Because when that time reaches the end level that they can get, and the movement get the offer, but they are not doing things within the future of the system. How will you somebody have an agreement and then the person is not really up to the obligation? It is the bound to take the mass pressure on that person to say this one will start in the past, this one will be fault. And now you are basically for it. Trying to get on the level back or nothing that I want to try and get a brand evidence to have nothing to say on. So, probably for us and give a call. Thank you for the show.
You're welcome. Let me talk to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I've been from New York community. Let me appreciate this question. On the European there, we voted for President Obama. We didn't vote for cabinet minister. So if the cabinet minister will still to adhere to the president's message, then I think the president should let him go. Nobody is indispensable. Nobody is doing like Liberia. Just the president Obama say declare and then you declare and then you go. We don't need you. Because when you are flying, you say, oh yeah, I will do. So we put up for that because we are President Obama will do a record thing. Go back to the law before. Now let me tell you, if there's no set out only you know, you sign the concession agreement, then a federal community will be it. No way. The party is nobody never going to say federal community.
Okay. Yeah, but the way they behaving to the people, you start seeing suspicious things happening. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, the historian ground.
Yeah, Webster, Sackville, Kool, go ahead.
Thank you so much, first. This is our problem is on our that there was over capital of the so Nigeria and the 5 million our trouble right there. Those people into that house only do things for themselves. With all the law of Liberia, when you really search it, the history, I'm telling you anything is about no matter the plan or thing about the money in which they receive it. But it's not about their tomorrow. Nothing of God are doing it to the heart for tomorrow. For all of our countries are thinking for tomorrow, the future of the country. But all God in there, people they want to see it, they can't. Women leave, don't care when they go by themselves, one or two, and then sit up to places. When you get to that lecture, they want to get because only about the funnels, they are getting down there. Anyone say, anything, man, anything do there. When you saw it today, when I spoke to them, I smoked. I said, that potato guys doing that.
Okay. Okay, my brother, thank you. Surely they're not thinking about Liberia. Good afternoon, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, my name is the issue is one of our politics is we have a saying in case the government looking at when you tell going back up. The issue about bad work practices is too much. And they all of the sector, private sector.
And they got people who in a position taking taxpayer money, but they can't do anything about it. They are selective. Okay, no, we will not do it. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, my name is Ishmael Kamba.
Mm.
So, yeah, for the one thing I try to do is that our national leaders actually they need to like emphasize about of this generation. I think they have to like shape their mind with the war that one that they interest in the state when it comes to like family concession. I recall in the past when the APS was and then 125 million working you know, they all know that the return that the different that will be dealing so for the sign concession.
Yeah.
Really, almost like 5 years, I think that's 5 years, almost 60 years, or 10 billion.
No, they put giving us annually, they put making 13 million, they giving us 297,000 plus. Or they giving up and they giving the county, but it's a development fund. They making 13 million annually. But I want it, you see there.
So I think there's a need for a shift of our mind. There should be a kind of a time where we can sit down and think before we shouldn't really appear that we are too stranded, we are too jammed.
Yeah. That okay. Thank you, my brother. Let me take my last call. Thank you, my brother. That's how we're making ourselves. Let me take this call. Yeah, my final call. Yeah, good afternoon. My final call of today.
All the things you say and everything that people put in your point. And also, when they start what you are saying, if they are for it, you try to tell them they want to do enough time for it. Not to say it's worth making contract. They went down with another people. They put in one to have to do the government in the country of the US, that's all that before, that's all that. But at that day, the president taking on your point, your politics. Not that you are not good at your love that you are. That's the only thing because I thought I don't know from the answer. Reach one time from the so I did. But I am contrary.
Okay. George Mobile, thank you. I got to go. Time is man's greatest enemy. Thanks all of you. And this is to the president. Mr. President, we will not accept insults from leaders, those who call to work with us, who work with you. If you give an instruction, if there are laws, there are rules and regulations, let them follow it. If people will not respect you, Mr. President, sack them. Why you will give them all this grace where they don't want to do it? No, sack them. If the 400 plus persons, if 100 doesn't live up to it, sack them. There are other Liberians who want to work for this country, who got love to work for this country. We can continue later this. Into our house, please let me view this concession agreement. How would a concession the people making when they're making about 13 million exporting? They gave the county 290 plus share for the county. All the royalties, all the money so paid, all the agreements don't paid. Scholarships, clinics, hospitals, schools, all of this lying rolling. Our people are dying. Bad labor practice going on. Cup of cry, wake up, councillor. You need to wake up. You're too slow, you're too weak. Please wake up. Thanks to all of you, gotta go. Thanks to all of you, sir. Cameras here with me. Until tomorrow, happy birthday to all of you, Margon. And I'm Nathaniel, the ambassador.
In the US,